And probably one of the more exciting games, or the most anticipatory games due to the quarterback position. That is the Buffalo Bills at Kansas City. To me, a lot of people are going back to what we saw the first matchup, where Buffalo just destroyed the Kansas City Chiefs. But this is a completely different Kansas City Chiefs team. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is playing a lot better. Travis Kelce playing a lot better. Tyreek Hill is playing a lot better. That defense is playing a lot better. You can't really look at both teams and say that what we saw when they played against each other is what we're going to get. Now, let me start with the Buffalo Bills side. The Buffalo Bills are coming into this game probably one of the hottest. In fact, these are the two hottest teams in the playoff. I mean, the Buffalo Bills absolutely destroyed the New England Patriots. I think it was 47-17 or something like that. They unleashed some demons on the Patriots. And Josh Allen is playing at an all-time high. And the thing is, we talk about the connection between Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, but he's gotten Davis involved. He's gotten Dawson Nix involved. And, of course, with his legs, he's still one of the more elusive quarterbacks in the league. So the Bills are playing at an all-time high right now. And you're pretty much both teams are catching each other at the absolute worst moments because both teams are hot. Both teams are on fire. So I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. How the Bills can win this game? Your defense has to be big. Your defense has to limit the big plays. We know that Patrick Mahomes wants to get the ball to Travis Kelce. That's pretty much his safety net. He wants to get the ball to Tyreek Hill. That's his safety net. Now, he can get the ball to Robinson. He can get the ball to Pringle. He can get the ball to Harmon. And I think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is scheduled to play. But he wants to win. If you look at the games where they struggle, most of the time, Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill struggle as well. Hell, you can even look back in the Super Bowl. They struggled. So you're going to need to put pressure. You're going to need to pressure Patrick Mahomes, and honestly, try to get him on the ground, because I know it's easier said than done. But you're going to have to really jam up Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill, because if you get, as we've seen, the Kansas City Chiefs had a slow start against the Steelers, but once they got going and once they really started connecting with Travis Kelce, once they started connecting with making those big plays, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Now, I understand that the Bills are not Kansas City. The Bills are not Pittsburgh, but the same thing could be with Kansas City. When they're hot, they're hot. So you want to limit, the defense, especially the secondary, is going to have to contain Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. Now, it's definitely easier said than done, because you're talking about arguably the best the best tight end in the league, and undoubtedly the fastest wide receiver in the league. It's tough, but that's what they're going to have to do. And Josh Allen's going to need to play like Josh Allen's been playing for the last few weeks. I mean, he's been getting the ball everywhere, and they've been able to, ever since the game against the Patriots, even though they don't run the ball that much, and Devin Singletary is going to have to be big, because I don't think that, you want, they could. I think that they're more balanced as far as running and passing, especially with Josh Allen running the ball. I just think that the defense has to be big, especially against Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. So it was the X factor for the Bills. I'm going to go with Dawson Nix. We know the connection, like I said, with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. And I think that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to make a big point to try to cut off that. Because I think that what they're hoping is it's kind of like Kyler Murray. Not saying Josh Allen's going to play as bad as Kyler Murray, but Stephon Diggs is the safety net for Josh Allen. So if you cut that off, if you cut off Stephon Diggs, he's gonna, you give your defense a little easier game. But Dawson Nix has been incredible. So I think he's gonna be the X factor because they're gonna. I mean, he had 2 touchdowns against the Patriots. They're gonna look to him too because he's a big physical tight end. I think that if he has a big game, I think the Bills could win this game. If Kansas City Chiefs. You remember when everyone was like, "Yo, this Kansas City Chiefs team is not even going to make the playoffs"? Well, I will. I'm gonna give people bail because Kansas City Chiefs looked horrible a lot of times this season. But like I said before, you're catching them at the worst time because while the Bills had 7 touchdowns against the Patriots, the Kansas City Chiefs had 6 against Pittsburgh, and they're firing all cylinders right now, man. Patrick Mahomes is playing or looking like the Patrick Mahomes of old. Travis Kelce was incredible. Caught a touchdown, threw a touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, I don't know if anybody's noticed this, or maybe I'm just tripping. But is it just me? Or does Tyreek Hill always catch the ball, and it seems like he backs up all the time? It's like he never just catches it, turn around, and runs. He catches it, backs up 4 or 5 yards, then tries to go. It doesn't make sense to me. But when you're that fast, hell, it is. If you can get them yards back, get them back. But they're playing at an all-time high, man. And if Kansas City, and I guess how they can win is if you slow down and force Josh Allen into position, or like force him into playing like ways that he doesn't want to play, or cut off some of his lifelines, like a Stephon Diggs, like a Knicks, you have a good shot of winning. And to me, the main reason why Kansas City Chiefs lost the Super Bowl a year ago was because their offensive line was just horrible. If their offensive line comes to play, now the Bills do not have the strongest rushing attack. Strongest front defense, but you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to like challenge an Ed Oliver and stuff like that. So, if you play better than you did in the Super Bowl, and if the offensive line plays better than they did in the Super Bowl, and Travis Kelce and they play like they played. If they can play like they're playing coming into the season, even though they did have a hiccup against Cincinnati, and the Patrick Mahomes plays like the Patrick Mahomes that we know, they have a big shot to win. And the X factor to me is his offensive line. This team loses when they're unable to protect Patrick Mahomes. Now, I know it's easier. I know that's like not rocket science, but protecting Patrick Mahomes is the biggest mission. And if you can do that, Patrick Mahomes is going to do things that we've never seen. So the X factor is going to be the front line, the offensive line. And who do I have winning this game? I have the Kansas City Chiefs. I think, but I will not. This is probably the biggest, or the game where I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills won because of how good they're playing. I think this is the most even matchup. I think that when you look at Cincinnati and Tennessee, I think that 49ers and Green Bay, Rams and Tampa Bay, I think that this Buffalo Bills and Kansas City is the most even matchup from how the quarterbacks are playing right now. Josh Allen's playing at an all-time high. Patrick Mahomes is playing great. Some of the pieces, Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Dawson Nix, Travis Kelce. To me, this is the most even game, and this is going to be the best game in my opinion. So I have Kansas City Chiefs winning because they're at home, and because I saw what happened last year in the playoffs, and while that's definitely a different year, it's hard. You're gonna have to slay the giant, and the giant right now is Kansas City Chiefs. And they're playing at home, so I just in the playoffs. So I have Kansas City Chiefs winning, but I would not be surprised if Buffalo Bills win this game. So, who do you guys have? Who do you have winning? against any of these people. We can talk about leaving in the comments. I think this is going to be an incredible divisional round because each game definitely has different intrigue and even a game that a lot of people think could be a blowout, or even a game that a lot of people think shouldn't be that close, like Cincinnati or Tennessee. I think that especially with Derrick Henry coming back, that has huge implications, and I'm excited, man.